Life is full of ups and downs, and even sometimes, it's harder to get over some of the lows you face along the line. It might be a failed interview, losing a job, breaking up from a relationship, or even worse. People are different, and how we all react to certain things are different too. In this regard, some cases prove to test out mental strength, and however you deal with the issue defines the kind of person you are. While you can sit back and continue to dwell on what happened, there's the option of moving on, which projects you as being mentally strong. But that's not all, as we'll be taking you through some of the telling signs to show that you are indeed mentally powerful than most. If you've not already taken the action, please subscribe to the channel for more interesting content like this. Number 1. You learn from your mistakes. One of the things about mentally strong people is that they would rather have themselves working on their mistakes than staying stuck and continuing to wonder why they made a mistake. It's important to understand that mistakes are part of life, and when you make these choices that tend to be mistakes, it's better to pick up from where you left, understand what you did wrong, and look to get better next time. Number 2. You genuinely celebrate other people's success. Most times when people are successful, there is always that one person or a group of people who are not genuinely happy about it. This could either be due to jealousy or just out of spite. Well, mentally strong people think differently. They see every other person's success in the same way they see theirs. They have a mindset that celebrating other people's success would take nothing away from what they've achieved or what they plan to achieve. They would rather cooperate than give room for unnecessary competition, and that is why they are much different. Number 3. Face your fears. The statement that you lose 100% of the shots you don't take has never been more correct. Mentally strong people understand that facing your fears is not easy, as it comes with its risks, but they would rather do that than let those fears hold them back. They believe in conquering their fears, and they do it not because they plan to prove a point, but because it is only a path that could lead to their success and prove a better life for them. Number 4. You are kind. Mentally strong people are not kind in the way of expecting something in return. They are kind because they want to, and that is just who they are. They do not need anything in return and are content with just doing good. These kinds of people are willing to help in every way they can, and they'd even be willing to give up something they have for someone who needs it more, and all of that they do without holding anything at heart or expecting anything in return. Number 5. You view life's hardships as opportunities for growth. While people can just give up, lose hope, or even grow bitter in the face of really difficult challenges, mentally strong people would instead look for ways they can make the most of their struggles to get better. They would rather let themselves become better from their experiences due to the adversity rather than lose hope. Number 6. You balance emotions with logic. Sometimes emotions can be tricky and they can get in the way of making good decisions. While it can be easy to just stick to whatever they decide based on emotions, mentally strong people would balance out their emotions with logic so that they can make the best possible decisions. They understand how damaging a decision can be when it is made solely based on emotions, so they allow themselves to look at things based on the eventual reality, and with that, they can make the right decisions. Number 7. You are a realistic optimist. During the times when they face challenges or serious issues, one thing mentally strong people love to do is to look on the bright side of things. Things could be bad now, but it could have been worse, is their kind of mentality. And with that, they try to make the most of their situation. However, while trying to be optimistic, one thing they always do is to be realistic. They don't allow themselves to be blinded by optimism, as they know that things will only work out or be possible when there's a good chance of it happening. Number 8. You practice delayed gratification. Mentally strong people do not mind going through tough times before they eventually become successful. They see it as a step in the road and believe that things can get tougher before they would then be sweet. These kinds of people view their goals as a marathon rather than a sprint. And with that, they are comfortable with taking on some short-time struggles as long as it's all in line with their long-term goals. Number 9. You appreciate small wins. Regardless of how small the success is, mentally strong people don't think about wanting more at the moment. Instead, they savor the moment and enjoy it before then looking on to even bigger goals. Small wins to them is a path that leads to bigger things, and they're also not in a hurry for huge success. They prefer to take things step by step and appreciate every moment in the way. Number 10. You take responsibility for your actions. Mentally strong people are very good at accepting complete responsibility for their actions. They don't believe in complaining and making excuses, so they put their heads up high to take the blame for whatever they did. However, they don't beat themselves up for the wrong choices they make. Instead, they plan to make even better decisions in the future. 11. You bounce back from failures. Failures are usually hard to take regardless of how strong you are. However, the earlier you pick up from those failures and try to be even better will be a defining moment for you. Mentally strong people would rather not dwell on things that have passed, mistakes they have made, rejections they've had to take, and major problems they are facing. They would instead look to bounce back almost immediately and then look to improve and then try again. Number 12. You work on your weaknesses. Rather than live with their weaknesses or vulnerabilities, mentally strong people understand the benefit of working on themselves to improve and would not mind investing their time, resources, and energy to improve on those things they are not good at. They see masking their vulnerabilities as a move that would have made them stuck in a place or a direction, and to get better, they must have to improve. Number 13. You are open to change. Change has to be one of the hardest things to live with, but just as it is hard, it is one of those things that always presents itself regardless of whatever you think. Mentally powerful people are prepared to do everything they can to adapt to change instead of resisting it. They understand how difficult change must be and how uncomfortable it can be, but it still doesn't hinder them from accepting it and then looking forward to getting used to the change over time. In reality, being mentally strong involves having a strong will as well as corresponding values, both of which you can always hold on to whenever things go south. It should be understood that things don't always go according to plan, but it's just the way the world is built. Don't forget to subscribe. Till next time, bye!